Alrighty, y'all. This is going to be a quick review of what I went over today. So I'm going to start with the synthesis reaction. The best way to remember synthesis means create or make or put together. So in a synthesis reaction, you're taking one element and another element, you're squishing them together, they form a compound. So for example, if I have carbon and oxygen in a synthesis reaction, what I'm going to make is I'm going to take this carbon here, I'm going to squish it together with the oxygen here, and what I'm going to get is CO2, just like that. And that's it. It's just A plus B equals AB. The next one we learned about was decomposition. Decomposition is the opposite of synthesis. Basically, what you're doing is you're breaking down a compound. The easiest way to remember that is decomposition is just like decomposing, which means breaking down. So if I have AB, if I have a compound that I'm starting out with, I'm basically going to split it in half. It's going to break down into A and B. So if I look at here, magnesium oxide, it's magnesium and oxygen together. Basically, what I'm going to do is I'm going to split these two, and what I'll end up with is A and B. So Mg, magnesium, and oxygen. And that's it for decomposition. The last one is a single replacement reaction. Remember, the rule is you can only swap a metal with a metal or a non-metal with a non-metal. And here's how you know if it's a metal or a non-metal. Okay, so in this case right here, what we're doing is we're swapping A and C. So A is being swapped with C here. In this case, A is being swapped with B. So A is being swapped with B here. Okay, and vice versa. C is being swapped with A, and then B is being swapped with A. Okay, so for example, if I look at this one right here, I've got zinc and copper chloride. So what I need to do is I need to check which ones are my metals and which ones are my non-metals. So if I look at zinc first, zinc is going to be somewhere over here. There it is. There's zinc, so I'll circle it. Here's zinc right here. Based on my chart, it's telling me zinc is a metal. So I'll just put an M right there for metal. When I look at copper, Cu, I'm going to look to see where copper is. Copper's right next to it. Copper is also a metal, so I'll put an M there. The last one is chlorine, Cl, which is right here. Chlorine, it says, is a non-metal. So I'll just write non, like that. So I know from my rule, I can only swap metals and metals. So what I'm going to swap is my zinc and my copper. Just like that. I'm just replacing one with the other. So when I type that out, what's that going to look like? Well, if I'm swapping my zinc and my copper, I'll start with my metal, my zinc. I'm swapping it with the copper, so it'll now be with my chlorine. And then what's left over? I've got my copper, Cu. That's about it. All I did was I swapped my zinc with my copper, okay? So that's just a review. Have a good time with your work today. I'll see you guys tomorrow.